Hello, vinyl community. I'm up to no good. Yes, so welcome. This is a new feature I'm trying, hoping to um, help promote new people in the vinyl community. So, welcome. I think I only have one person watching right now, so thank you for joining me. Feel free to chat. Okay, so as you can see here, we're on my playlist that I made, VC Newbies Episode 1, and I've queued up 5 videos. So we have Rock Unboxing, My Friend Morrissey, Tone and Grooves, L7 Casanova, and Rando Mythlo. So, yeah. I don't know if we'll watch these in their entirety, but hey, DJ Legion. Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, very cool. Just spotlighting some newbies here. And I define newbies as people that have less than 100 subscribers. So yeah. So I'm hoping some other people are going to join me or join us. You can hear me okay? Hey, Brian's here too. Excellent. Excellent. And the vinyl potato. Excellent. All right. So we have some people coming in. Excellent. Welcome to everybody. Just a quick shout out to my brother Brian. He's in here. You might want to check out. I sent you a friend request on Twitch for another account. I did some game streaming, so and very cool. So we're here. We're gonna spotlight some newbies in the vinyl community. I have this playlist set up. Just 5 different members of the VC with 100 or less subscribers. So, all right. So I guess let's get started. We'll get started with this first one, Rock Unboxing.
Okay, I'm going to show some boot sale and charity shop vinyl and CDs we've recently found. So this was from a boot sale recently. Brian Ferry's first solo album.
I love
These
Brian Ferry.
Things. So he was still.
That's a cool label too.
Time. This was, I think, between For Your Pleasure and Stranded in 1973. It's got A Hard Rain's Gonna Fall and Sympathy for the Devil and various other songs. A very interesting album. Next,
can everybody hear okay?
Same boot sale. First album by the Mamas and the Papas. This is not in the best condition. The sleeve is a bit damaged.
Oh, that's a classic cover though. Look at
that. They spell the name wrongly with apostrophes. Also, this label is only on certain editions because actually in the background there's a toilet. And the toilet was controversial, so they redid it with a label so no one would be offended.
Oh wow!
By the sight of the toilet. It's not in brilliant condition, unfortunately.
Oh,
but it's not bad for a 1966 album. There are the sleeve notes. Includes California Dreaming, Monday Monday, and lots of other good material. From the same boot sale, but a while before, going for
here's
the
a butt shot
by Yes from '77. This is an impressive triple gatefold.
Wow. I don't think I have that one. I have a bunch of their albums, but not that one.
Has the inner sleeve there. And there's the label. Quite nice.
Very cool.
It's interesting that this is a sleeve designed by Hypnosis, who did Pink Floyd's covers. It's not the usual Roger Dean fantasy landscape. Another one from the boot sale.
I love that term,
Melanie
boot sale.
Carnegie Hall. So this is a double live album. You can see it has the cutout bin snip there. Haven't played this yet, but it does have a really nice label.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Records.
Like almost like Japanese artwork.
In fairly good condition. And let me just check that out. There we go. So that's from 1973. Then from charity shops, Many a Mile, Buffy St. Marie. On Vanguard. Not in brilliant condition, but a good album. Amazing voice that she has. Used to belong to Jay Quintrell. Another charity shop bargain. Nana Mouskouri. She's released about 200 albums, and this is one of them. Songs of the British Isles on Phillips label. It's old folk songs. He Moved Through the Fair, Danny Boy, etc.
Oh, classics.
Sticking with long-haired ladies.
It's like this guy is looking through DJ Legion's collection. Oh, that's a classic too.
Judith.
You see that one all the time in thrift stores. All the time.
Send in the Clowns.
Good song.
That's on the the Electra.
Electra, The Doors.
And one more charity shop record, Watertown by Frank Sinatra.
I haven't liked this guy's video yet.
Sleeve. Really nice. Kind of line drawing. This is actually a concept album. You wouldn't really expect from late Sinatra, but it's...
That's a good question. Who is holding the camera?
1970. And there he
Someone
is,
looking over his shoulder, I guess.
Label. Then a few CDs.
CDs, wow.
From charity shops. Kevin Ayers, Whatever She Brings, We Sing, all as one word. That was £1.
Interesting artwork. Creepy little babies.
Todd Rundgren, Initiation.
Ah.
Also £1, reduced from £2.50. Errol Garner, Concert.
Ah, very good. Very good.
£1. Classic jazz album. Paul McCartney.
Oh.
So this is a double.
Very nice.
CD. Don't know how you open it. That double CD of his solo and Wings recordings with a fairly lavish booklet. I was quite pleased to find that. That was only £1.50. A lot of material.
Nice artwork in there. Very cool.
Divided into two CDs, Hits and History. So the greatest hits and then some other songs. And then Talking Heads, Stop Making Sense.
Oh.
This has been released
very nice
more recently as an expanded version with the whole concert. So this is the original CD, which is just a kind of edited highlights. But for £1, not complaining. There's my receipt. For £1, not going to complain about having the cut down version. And finally today, from a boot sale, these were 50p each. 45 RPM, singles of The. in really good condition. So I think it's all the A-sides, from Uncertain Smile through to some unreleased tracks at the end, which actually the back sleeve doesn't tell you that they're unreleased, but they are. And finally, Linda Thompson, Dreams Fly Away, the history of Linda Thompson. Very pleased to find this.
Wife of Richard Thompson.
It looks like it's actually been signed by Linda Thompson to Sam, Love, Linda.
Huh.
And that
I always wonder if those are fake.
On. There is that. It is printed on. This is an anthology of her solo stuff and includes quite a few previously unreleased tracks. So this was, again, 50p. Currently going for about £15 on Amazon, so really pleased with that.
Yeah, good find.
Sleeve notes, pictures, even a discography in there.
I haven't heard a lot of her music.
So that's it. My recent finds.
Very cool. Thank you. Now we are on to my friend Morrissey.
Happy Friday. Back again, another video, that time of the week. I, this week didn't, well, I was about to say I didn't really buy that much, but really my stack looks about as big as every other week. But I think that might just be because, let me start over. I only bought 5 things, I think, if I can count. Yeah, I think that's 5. The rest of these are some stuff I've been listening to recently, at least on vinyl. I listen to music at work. I'm able to have headphones in all night, so I'm either listening to music or podcasts or something like that. So I don't only listen to music on vinyl, but whenever I'm home and I've got some time, don't really have anything to do and just kind of sit back and chill, I put on a record, you know.
There's a spin clean back there.
Honestly, I don't really like to have things as quote-unquote background music. Whenever I listen to music, especially on vinyl, I like to actually sit down and kind of concentrate on it.
Active listening.
Granted, it's not like I'll be completely strict about that and, like, you know, put my phone away and turn out the lights and everything like that. Like, I had a music teacher tell me he would do that kind of thing when listening to music, which I can get that maybe with, like, the first time. But whenever I'm listening to something for the first time, honestly, I think work is actually a better environment for me, at least, because I don't really have to think too hard about my job. I can just kind of mindlessly go through motions and I can really concentrate on the music then, and lyrics, and more intricate details of new music. Anyways, I took a trip out to Doc's this weekend. For those who don't know, Doc's Records, Fort Worth is one of my favorite stores. They offer a lot of, definitely most of, like, the punk and alternative stuff that I see in DFW is at Doc's. I don't know where they get all of it. I would like to figure that out, but no other store really seems to get it quite as consistently as they do. So since that has been the kind of thing I've been looking for a lot lately, I've been going there more frequently. So I think I've gone there at least once or twice this month already, but I went again this weekend. Picked up 2 45s there. I'll just go ahead and show the first one. This is the Dead Kennedys, Bleed For Me. The B-side is Life Sentence. This is pretty cool. This is a UK single. It's pressed in the UK. Really nice shape on the original Alternative Tentacles label. You can see the small spindle hole.
That's a cool label.
Vinyl. Typical Dead Kennedys, pretty aggressive, political lyrics.
I like them.
This is a cool find. They recently, in the 45 section in the back of the store, added a whole new category of boxes. One of them being They had a couple new categories. I think they separated hardcore punk out from normal punk, and then they added a specific 90s alternative an indie section, so that's pretty cool. Out of there, I picked this up. This is a cool deal. This is Blind Melon, No Rain. The B-side is Tons of Home. It's on this purple Capital label. You see this a lot from Capital, anywhere through like I think they started using this as early as like maybe the 80s. The dome, the logo.
You like that
song, No Rain,
Dead Kennedys DJ deletion?
From the 90s. That's definitely their big hit. I'm not sure about other countries, but in the U.S., we're kind of a one-hit wonder with No Rain.
Yeah.
If you look that song up, you'll recognize it in the first like 10 seconds. LPs there.
It's too bad.
They always have stuff from previous record store day in years past, and they get more and more marked down as time goes on. And they just recently marked this down.
Just wait for them.
$4.99, so I had to pick it up. This is Grizzly Bear's album, Horn of Plenty.
Oh, cool.
If you don't know Grizzly Bear, they're kind of in a slightly experimental alternative rock band. I would compare them most closely to Radiohead, kind of in that same vein of ambitious kind of rock music, but it is on this cool splatter vinyl. It's like clear with black. It kind of matches the artwork, which is not that hard whenever your artwork is basically black and white already, but I thought it was cool. And for $5, I really couldn't pass this up. And they still had tons of copies of this, so if anyone wants a copy for $5.99, let me know. I'll grab one for you.
Wow.
I'm sorry, $4.99, that's what I meant. And then last from Docs, I picked up the Star Wars soundtrack. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Pretty big sci-fi fan in general, not that Star Wars is strictly sci-fi. But yeah, let me start over. My dad has, he saved a bunch of records from when he was, still playing vinyl back in the day. Mostly his New Order collection, Joy Division, and some old soundtracks like the Star Wars stuff. He has every single one. The thing is, they're not in the best condition. He definitely played the crap out of them. And, he was a kid whenever he owned them, so he, like any kid would treat a record, that's how he treated them. So, he's better now, don't worry. I know he watches these, so you're welcome for the shout-out, Dad. But this was in super nice condition, probably too good to pass up. It came with all 3 inserts, which I'll show those in a minute, but pretty nice. There's the back cover. Cool. Pretty simple gatefold. Screenshots from the movie. Both albums come in this. It's a double album set. They both come in this 20th Century Records sleeve. Pretty simple logo on the label. Super. Probably like VG Plus vinyl. Cover's nice and glossy. It's got a little bit of the beginnings of some ring wear, but in general,
that's beautiful.
You can't really tell unless you hold it up to the light at a certain angle. It looks pretty good. And the inserts, I had never seen 2 of these before. It came with this thing. You could buy a Star Wars shirt back when the movie came out. It has this thing. I think this was written by John Williams, if I'm not mistaken, where he's just kind of going over each track and kind of talking about its theme and how it relates to the movie and what he was really going for in terms of really. John Williams is just he's a master of writing soundtracks. I think Star Wars is one of the best soundtracks ever. and it's most of its closest competition is other John Williams soundtracks. So, you know, he wrote like the Indiana Jones theme and the Harry Potter theme, the entire Jurassic Park, like all the main themes. Every single piece from Star Wars. I think he wrote some stuff for the Star Trek movies. He just was super prolific, and you've definitely heard his music before.
Oh yeah.
It also came with the poster, which I won't unfold the whole thing.
There's a good argument there, but I do prefer Ennio Morricone.
Like Death Star concept art poster with like the starfighters flying around. I've seen that before in non-poster form, but I've always wanted that poster because I knew it originally came with this soundtrack, as advertised by some hype stickers on the front of like sealed copies of this. But yeah, super excited to finally own that, even though I technically had a copy before, but now that one's officially mine, and it's probably a keeper, so yeah. Last thing I bought, Iggy and the Stooges Raw Power. I went to Half Price Books, as I normally do, at least once a week.
Wow.
As I was there, the guy that operates
You like
the
that, DJ
vinyl
Legion?
section was putting out some new records. And I was just asking if he had anything cool in like the punk side of things, as that's what I'm looking for. And he showed me this, and super glad that he did, because I've never actually seen a copy of any version of this in any record store.
The new album is excellent, by the way.
I'm super happy
Love
to
it.
know this. This is a UK pressing. I think it's from '77. It is still that kind of infamous David Bowie mix of this recording.
Oh. You don't have it?
Yeah, I put it on my table. It doesn't have the best sound quality. I had to kind of mess with the EQs a little bit. But
that's too bad.
Once you sort that out, it sounds pretty nice. Especially this is super clean. It's on this kind of interesting CBS label from the UK. I've never owned one of those before. And the classic UK inner sleeve with the like the patent number and everything. Cover's got a little bit of wear, but nothing too crazy. I had to re-glue the bottom seam across here. The classic just kind of came apart unglued. And it has this import sticker here I've never seen before. It says imported by, I think it's Peters International. I don't know the deal with that. I guess they're from the 70s, buying records from the UK and selling them here. And the things I've been listening to recently, I played Raw Power. I wanted to listen to something similar, MC5, classic debut Kick Out the Jams. They're both from Detroit. They're both like proto-punk. This one goes a little more on the freak out side of proto-punk, but still cool nonetheless. This is a later pressing, so it does have the censored opening of Kick Out the Jams. Slightly disappointing, but originals go for like hundreds, so I'm happy with that for now. Next up, this band called Slint and their album Spiderland. This is kind of a classic 90s. I see them mostly described as I guess I would even say they have some emo tinges, but they're like a little bit of the emo. What's the word I'm looking for? I guess just alternative. They kind of remind me of Modest Mouse in ways. They have a little.
Hey, Billy Hurst.
Post-rock.
And Kraken Vinyl.
Like proto post-rock.
Thank you for joining me.
Because they were kind of out before post-rock was really a thing.
Just checking out some newbies in the VC.
Stretches of just constant build up with no vocals, just building up or repeating the same guitar parts over and over again. They can be slightly heavy at times. They can be really quiet and suspenseful at times. And for a little while, I never really got this record. I mean, like, understood it fully. And then one day it just kind of clicked with me where I was like, oh yeah, that actually is a good
Hey, Cat
record.
Moonchild.
And so I just went out and bought it. You know, you can find this pretty much anywhere from 13, 14 bucks. Pretty simple packaging. I mean, there's not even really an insert. It just kind of comes in this
yeah,
plastic kind of sleeve.
We're just missing Matt Hayes.
I think maybe I've had a download code. I don't remember. Or maybe not. But yeah, standard package, good record. If you haven't heard it before, go listen to it. I don't know if I mentioned, kind of remind me of early Modest Mouse, maybe a little.
I like Modest Mouse.
Band. I feel like I have a CD by them that I can't remember.
Don't you hate that?
They're just a good band. Just go listen. I rambled enough about them.
Slint.
Last up, I was listening to this last night. Slow Dive. Their
Oh.
record from this year. This is kind of cemented its place as probably one of my favorite records of this year. It's always been kind of.
Oh, excellent! Thanks, Billy.
As soon as it came out.
Have a good game.
It might even be top 2 or 3 at this point. The song Deep Oceans, or I'm sorry, Dead Oceans Records. Pretty cool gatefold. Simple back cover. I don't think it has.
I need to listen to Slint.
An insert or anything. No, just a download card, and I do have the limited silver vinyl. Again, kind of matches the artwork. I tend to go for. I mean, it's been a trend lately to put out like a record store exclusive variant of new records that come out. Like the new National album has an indie store exclusive blue version that I wouldn't mind owning, and just tons of records come out in a special color. In record stores, and this is one of them. I don't think you can get this online at the time. I mean, they're for sale now in the aftermarket, obviously. But
I would probably like them then if they go over some people's heads.
For some reason that day.
I like far out bands like that.
Through,
a little bit different.
That store in there in the Denton Square.
Hey, All Media Reviews.
I'm blanking on it right now. Anyways, I was in there and. I just kind of wanted to go see if they had this, and sure enough, they did. Last copy, I grabbed it. The guy even commented, "It was like, oh, that's the last copy of this." Those kind
sorry
of
about that. He is.
Heard it yet, so is that good? I was like,
My Friend Morrissey, all written as one word.
Definitely the best.
Or
since
well, if I type it in the comments, you're not gonna be able to see it.
Or Slovakia, whatever.
Well, maybe, yeah.
Call it. But
Cat Moonchild beat me to it. Thanks, Cat.
Tracks. I don't know if I mentioned this album at all on this channel before, but the tracks, Don't Know Why, Star Roving, Sugar for the Pill, Everyone
You should be able to see it down here,
basically,
of course, if you're on your cell
weak
phone.
moment on this entire record. This is Slow Dive, as good as
Best
Slow
channel
Dive
name
gets,
ever.
really. I mean, since the 90s, they haven't really, which they were on hiatus for a long time, but they haven't really put out any material on the same level for a long time, so that was a nice surprise for this year. I wasn't really expecting too much out of this record, and once I heard that they had gotten back together, and I heard the single they put out, I think it was Star Roving, and I was like, yeah, okay, this sounds nice. And then the full record came out, and I was just kind of like, I guess I'll listen to it on Spotify. So then I did, and I was like, wow, that was actually really awesome. So then I went immediately the next day and just grabbed the vinyl. And now I'm glad I did, because you can't really get this color anymore, and it's just a good record. So yeah, that's all I've got this week. Thanks you guys for watching. Let me know if what was I gonna ask? Oh, what are your favorite releases from this year so far? Do you like the Slow Dive? Who else put out new records? The National, St. Vincent's coming out with a new album. I'll probably pick that up on vinyl. I haven't heard the new Ariel Pink yet, but I've heard some good things about that. Just let me know some stuff that has come out that you guys enjoyed. Maybe some lesser known things that you think I should check out, based on some of the stuff I show on this channel before. But yeah, thanks you guys for watching, subscribing. and I'll see you guys next time.
Very cool. I like that guy. Seems like he'd be cool to hang out with. So let's get this next one. Tone in Grooves. That's a pretty cool bridge.
Alright guys, so here I am. I'm at Jaime's. I just unloaded a bunch of stuff from my car. They're taking a look, and I'll get my offer pretty soon, and I'm gonna go poke around and see what I can find.
Cool.
Be back soon. Alright guys, so Jaime's, they took like 2 boxes of records and some 45s. Got 175 bucks in trade, and I used it all up. Got a lot of good stuff. So looking forward to showing you that. When we get home, I'll do a reveal of all the stuff that I found. So on the road again.
Yeah, I think it said Minneapolis.
Right, so
at the
part
beginning.
2 of my road trip record dig video. This half focuses on the Jaime Hall. Let's call it the Jaime Hall because it is quite a haul. I'll go through this quick to get everything in. Jaime's has become really my favorite record store in the Twin Cities area.
Yeah.
My first experience at Jaime's was actually on a record store day, and it was an amazing experience. Jaime turns record store day into like a music festival. They have a block party, they bring in bands, and they have live acts going on inside the record store, out in the street. They have food trucks, and they give away free records on record store day. They have a whole tent set up out.
That's how it should
out
be.
On the street with free records.
That's how it should be.
It's not all just junk. I mean, it's there's some good stuff in there.
Oh wow!
It's so much fun. And Jaime's is just a great place. I mean, they have a fantastic selection. They have very fair prices, and they do well with trades. Yesterday was my first time doing a trade at Jaime's, so that was my first experience of that. I was very happy. Just an all-around great experience, and I got some really cool stuff at Jaime's, so I'm excited to share that with you. And we'll try to get through as quick as we can, so you don't
like Jaime's?
Take up all of your day, and hopefully
all
won't
media
get too much
reviews.
Glare. That window in the background might be. We'll see if that's a problem. I don't know. Anyway, so first up, because I had so much trade, I actually bought a lot of new records. Things that kind of been on my wish list, and wouldn't probably have otherwise have had the cash to be able to do that. But since I had all that trade, and it was a birthday celebration.
Oh, cool! They have a dog there.
Go out and get some of these things.
That's
I've been
awesome.
wanting for a while. So we got Prince, Artificial Age, and these are still sealed. I haven't even opened these.
Burger
yet.
Records has a cat.
Artificial Age. Was also excited to find Prince, Lotus Flower.
Very nice.
2 record set. This is a fantastic album. There's the first half of the first few tracks on this album are like very Jimi Hendrix-ish.
Oh,
it's awesome stuff.
He was an amazing guitarist.
I don't know if I'm gonna block that window back there. Anyway, sorry.
It's
Third
fine.
Eye Girl, this is Prince and Third Eye Girl. Plectrum Electrum. I guess that should go this way. And this way.
Oh yeah, who can afford $200?
Guitar heavy rock album. This is a great album. I really like this one. I've had these on CD, but picked these up on vinyl for the first time. Oh, this one I was super excited to get this in my collections. This is Spoon. Gimme Fiction. I love this album, and this is the 10th anniversary, like remaster and reissue.
I need to like this guy's video.
Album. I actually opened this up and spun some of it this morning. It sounds fantastic, and it's a great pressing. The vinyl is like whisper quiet. It's a gatefold. If you haven't heard this album,
Tom's Vinyl Shack.
Check it out. This is one of those. This is like got this cool booklet thing here. I haven't looked at this. Make sure it's. I don't know if it's all appropriate, age appropriate, whatever.
We have a better live stream going today.
Anyway.
Oh, that last one.
About the making of the album, and. So there's like bonus tracks on here, remastered edition of the original album. Comes with looks like a poster.
Definitely cool to see Prince.
Record. It's like stripped down, simple rock and roll, but funky too. I mean, it's just awesome. I love it. It's a great album.
I love Prince.
Also picked up Bob Dylan, monocopy Blonde on Blonde. This is on the Sundays label. I have a stereo copy of this, but it's got grooveware, so it really kind of sounds crummy in some spots.
Oh.
And so I was excited to pick this up, the mono copy. And
Tom, you need to make videos.
Art Pepper, the Art Pepper Quartet. I'm a big Art Pepper fan, so looking forward to spinning that and checking that out. I have not heard that album before, so that was all the new stuff that I got. Got a few things used, a lot of things.
They really
used,
are.
so share those with you. Delaney and Bonnie and Friends on tour with Eric Clapton. That was a $5 score. Great. I love Delaney.
You're funny, Cat.
On the Atco label. Blue Eyed Soul. Fantastic.
Tom, why do we need, or why,
albums as I can
you're
find.
asking, why do I need to make videos in your opinion?
Maria Muldaur. This is Waitress in the Donut Shop.
We want to see your music.
That is not a gatefold.
Oh, I've done that before.
$2.50 for that. So good score.
Whoops, it's not a gatefold. I just ripped it open.
This is the
Ooh, that's an
reissue.
Oh, okay.
Used, so got that for a deal.
I can say that's a
under
clean
$10,
copy.
In fantastic condition, like new. A little bit of country. Emmylou Harris, Blue Kentucky Girl.
Nice, I love Emmylou.
Also in phenomenal condition. That was $5. Here you go, Headley. B.W. Stevenson. This is My Maria. I think this is the one that you showed on your channel. Headley's
definitely
another fat bearded man talking about records.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen his channel, check it out. It's awesome.
Definitely.
Great condition. $3 for that. It's on the RCA orange label. Oh man, sorry about that window back there. It's really kind of
it's not bad.
Things up, isn't it? I dig Dixieland, so I found a few Dixieland scores that I really was interested in. This is Salty Dogs, jazz band with Carol Lee. This is Ace in the Hole on GHB. And I got another one of theirs, the original Salty Dogs, Greetings from Honky Tonky Town with Carol Lee. In fantastic condition. This is on the Stomp Off label.
Very cool.
It's a great Dixieland jazz band. Love that early jazz. What we got here? Benny Goodman, Benny in Brussels. It's a double album. So gatefold.
I love that classic jazz.
This is on, yep, white label, 6i.
Spoofing the Springsteen cover? I didn't catch that.
The light. Should have rethought this.
I'll have to go back and watch it.
White label, 6i, Columbia. Promo. Fantastic. Love Benny Goodman. Eddie Lockjaw Davis.
Ooh.
Afro Jazz. This is
Afro Jaws. Wow.
I believe this is original jazz classic, so a reissue in fantastic condition. It's got the Riverside label there.
Nice. Riverside.
Love Eddie Lockjaw Davis. Fantastic tenor saxophone player.
I live in Riverside.
As I said earlier, been getting into the Ramsey Lewis trio. So here's Hang On Ramsey. I actually had this at one point in the past and got rid of it. Now I picked it up again. Dig Ramsey Lewis. This is on the Blue Cadet. Fantastic condition. $5 for that one. Was excited to find Ben.
I was just
Sidran,
thinking that, DJ
Life.
Legion. He must have an amazing
online,
collection.
actually, discovered it.
Definitely.
And kind of cool jazz vocalist.
Ben Sidran. I think I have something. Oh.
This is on Blue Thumb. Fantastic condition and $3.
I like that Blue Thumb label.
So excited to pick that up and add it to the collection. Let's see. Jimmy Smith.
Oh.
The Cat. I like Jimmy Smith's jazz.
Yeah.
Gatefold. Really nice shape. This is on Verve.
I wonder if Mark Maya knows about this guy.
Great Verve. Label in fantastic condition. Cool album. I've listened to that online as well. And these last couple of was super excited to find this. This is a local artist from the St. Paul area, and this is Carol Martin. The Music That Makes Me Dance. This is a local.
Tom, you only have 600.
A supper club here.
Actually, that's not bad.
Over in the Twin Cities area. Don't remember the name of it. The Point Supper Club.
I know some of the people.
I've had this in the past as well, and really liked it, and sold it somewhere along the way.
Some of the people I've seen, they have like one cube or even part of a cube of vinyl.
Local jazz record. And what I really liked about it is, I mean, not only is the music great, but it's recorded live in the club, so you can, you hear like the background noise, the diners and people hanging out, and the glasses tinkling at the bar and whatnot. And
Tom, do you have a lot of 7-inch singles?
The atmosphere of the supper club, as well as this awesome jazz music. Fantastic album. So I was happy to get that back in the collection again. Carol Martin, The Music That Makes Me Dance. And last up, was really excited to find this. Jimmy McGriff, The Worm. This is on
I like his expression there. He likes that title apparently.
Really been getting into Jimmy McGriff and this kind of soul jazz.
The Worm.
Genre. Just it's like funky. It's funky jazz. Funky jazz. And I'm just really digging it.
I would love it.
So I was excited to find this $10 score at Jaime's on Solid State. I could show the label, I guess. It's like in a weird place. It's one of those that opens up funny. There you go. Solid State label. So I had a fantastic record dig road trip and a fantastic birthday celebration. Found some really cool stuff that I'm really happy with and excited to add to the collection. So overall, it was a great day and a great.
I can't believe this guy got a thumbs down.
Fantastic.
People that give thumbs down, they're losers.
Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for your subscriptions.
Very
thanks for
cool.
All the comments. Again, I appreciate the conversation and the sharing of information and knowledge, and that's really what's
very cool, guy.
Fun for me about
all three of these guys. Very cool
community, and just appreciate it. If you like what you're watching, subscribe. And,
please do.
Thank you for that. And until next time, stay in the groove.
Very cool. Up next is L7 Casanova.
Hey VC, L7 here, and
I like
I'm going to be showing you my most current vinyl album finds in the last couple weeks. Starting off, we have Tapestry by Carole King. This was in a
classic
bin, for whatever reason, and it's a pretty decent condition copy. It is an original. It's got some writing on the corner, but it's okay. One of the best albums of all time, considered by many people. Now, what's interesting to me about this album is that it is considered to be one of the best albums of all time, but yet I don't see it in a lot of people's record collections, which I find funny. But this is a really good album. It's got a great song. Got a lot of great songs, actually. It's Too Late, So Far Away, and I Feel the Earth Move are all great. And, of course, Smackwater Jack is one of the best ones as well. But just a little bit, someone's name was writing, Janet. I have your album, Janet. But you gave it up. But that's a good one to start off the video with.
Yeah.
Then we have a couple Petula Clark albums. I always collect Petula Clark albums from the Warner Brothers era.
Good job, Brian.
This is the My Love album. This is not an original, though I can tell, because the original just said My Love. This one says Sign of the Times and My Love. So this is not an original first pressing of the My Love album, but it is an original copy.
Good job, Brian.
We got the sleeve right here, pretty cool. And then we have the gold label, Gold Warner label. She actually does a cover of We Can Work It Out on this album by the Beatles, which is interesting. Nothing else that I know, though.
This guy seems cool, too.
No, nothing else that I know of this, besides the song My Love, of course. I don't know who it was, but someone I used to know used to think that the cover of My Love on this album was a cover, in fact, of Paul McCartney's My Love, but that's 8 years down the road, I think, from this, or 7.
Oh, Mark, there you are. Sorry, I just saw your comment.
We got I Couldn't Live Without Your Love. I love the cover art on that one. This is a great photo. Now, what's interesting is that every Petula Clark album I find is usually in stereo. However, this one is finally in mono. Pretty good. I like this one for its cover art, as I just said. But also, what's interesting is that, yet again, it comes with the inner sleeve.
Not enough Beach Boys for you, Tom?
Great condition. Original gold label. But what makes this album interesting is that there's a lot of different versions of songs.
Yeah, DJ Legion. This guy,
like
he definitely knows his stuff.
Song, a groovy kind of love, which is the Mindbenders, Rain by the Beatles, Monday Monday by Mamas and Papas, and Bang Bang by Cher, Homeward Bound by Simon and Garfunkel, and Elusive Butterfly is also on this by I forget who sings Elusive Butterfly. Something Lind. Bob Lind? Could be that. I never liked Elusive Butterfly. Call me crazy. Then we have another Frank Sinatra album. I'm not a big Frank Sinatra fan. I don't usually collect his stuff, but this one I just could not pass up. It's an original, or I think it's an original, of No One Cares. This is a beautiful copy of this album. It looks great. If it is an original, that would be amazing.
Man. This guy is L7 Casanova.
There's no inner sleeve with this, but it looks brand new, and it got that original rainbow label going on, which I really like. If I sound quiet or a little deadish, it's because it's like really late at night when I'm filming this. That's the only time when there's not enough noise in the house to film something like this.
He seems pretty lively to me.
Moving on to other albums, the better 6 that I have. We have finally got a replacement of this album. We have Somewhere in England by George Harrison. This one's in the shrink, and it's pretty nice, pretty pristine. It even has the hype sticker that contains the hit song all those years ago. I really like this. It was only $5. It's got the original lyric sleeve, picture of George, and the little dedication to John up there, of course. And then we have the Dark Horse label, which
very nice.
And this album looks very nice, playing-wise. It doesn't look like it's ever been played, if I'm being quite honest. Now, I already have a copy, but mine has a little etch in the side to show that it was a discount copy, which is kind of, I didn't used to care about it, but for whatever reason, nowadays I do care about it more. I don't usually go for the etched copies. Now, this album I also wanted to replace. It's another Beatle album solo Beatle album I wanted to replace. Here's the original, just to show why I wanted to replace it. This is Double Fantasy by John and Yoko Ono. Now, this is the original one I had. I had this.
I need to get a good copy of that for the wife.
Jesus, middle school, I think? Middle school?
It really is. You're right, Mark.
So about, I'm going to just take a guess out there and say 7 years ago. So 7 years ago, I picked this up. And that's when I finally got this album. And I never replaced it because I didn't think I had to. But it's gotten a lot of dents in it. There's a lot of wear. And just to make it worse, look at this inner sleeve.
Yeah.
The album is okay. There's a little scuffs on it. But
if it plays fine, that's all that matters to me.
Yeah, this needs to get replaced. Or at least upgraded in a little bit of a way. Now, usually I don't give I don't give the albums I originally had as a kid away or anything like that, so I'll probably keep this just because it was my original copy. But I wanted to upgrade it, so I found a copy, but the copy I found looked really weird. So let me see if you guys can see what I mean by that. This is the copy I found. Doesn't it look a little bit darker to any of you guys? I was kind of weirded out. I thought it was a reissue. I didn't think the album got reissued on vinyl, but
that doesn't look right.
It looked to be really nice, a little too nice. I also thought, if this album did get reissued, then why shouldn't I buy that too? I can't imagine the reissue sold more than the original. But then I saw what the thing was as to show me as to why it was different. Right in the label there, manufactured by RCA. So this is an RCA pressing of the Double Fantasy album. So I will try and get an original copy that's better. But this one,
yeah, cracking vinyl. The records is all that matters.
Record history.
To me,
RCA
anyway.
Pressed a couple copies for Geffen Records. And looking at the cover more, you'll see it says manufactured by RCA right there in the corner. But this is a lot darker than the original album cover.
Yeah, too dark.
This one. It's a lot
darker. Yeah.
The back cover as well is a lot darker.
Wow.
But, yeah, it's nice to get an upgraded copy. And the vinyl on this is amazing. Looks pretty much every record I bought, the vinyl looks really good. That's a first, by the way, because usually I don't usually
Record
care.
Club pressing?
Then we have two compilations by Rhino Records.
Could be.
Here's the one. Here's the first one. We have Gary Lewis and the Playboys, Greatest Hits. Now, I don't usually buy Gary Lewis albums. I do like Gary Lewis, but I don't usually buy their albums.
Oh, come on.
Because, you know, they just kind of have a lot of filler on them.
Oh.
This is one from the 80s. I'm sure it was
That's
the one they
harsh.
actually put out in the 80s. And it's pretty good. Rhino Records does a really good job with their Greatest Hits. However, I do have a big problem with this one. Greengrass and Sure Gonna Miss Her, I'm not sure if this is a case of difference in mono and stereo mix or album and single mix, because the single mono mixes of Sure Gonna Miss Her and Greengrass,
that would be good to know.
are really good.
I wonder what the pressing was like.
Yeah. But both those songs were featured on Gary Lewis and the Playboys' 5th album, which was called Hits Again, which made it sound like a Greatest Hits. But they were featured on that album and sound very different, and they are inferior to the single mixes. Now, I'm not sure if it's because I've only heard a stereo version of that album. Maybe the mono version has the single mixes, or that's the case. I'm not sure. There's an album right here called Golden Greats, which is also from 1966, that features both the Greengrass and Sure Gonna Miss Her in their original mono single mixes. Now, this is a mono album. I'm not sure if it contained the single mixes or just is straight mono mixes. So the only way I can know is if I find a copy of Hits Again in mono. But that's the case. Now, why is the problem? Well, see that stereo right up there? That means Rhino used the stereo mixes of Sure Gonna Miss Her and Greengrass, which are inferior to the originals single mixes. They also used mono mixes of Girls in Love and I think The Loser. Yeah, both the Girls in Love and Loser are also in mono. For whatever reason, they included all of his A-sides up until Sealed with a Kiss, and then Time Stands Still, which is a B-side to Everybody Loves a Clown. Side
this
one
guy
is
knows
probably
his
the best
stuff,
side.
man.
It's got his 7 top 10 hits all on it. But like I said,
and he's so
Greengrass
young.
and Sure Gonna Miss Her are completely inferior. So if you're thinking of the single versions, these are not those. It's on the yellow label. This is from 1985, I think. If I didn't say that already, I know it's from '85 actually. This is actually one of the few albums I actually own on cassette.
Oh, I need to like this one too.
Which is weird. But, yeah, this was pretty neat to come across. I didn't think I'd ever see it, because Rhino albums usually aren't that common for whatever reason, probably because they were from the 80s, and most people were switching over to cassettes. In fact, like I said, that's one of the few cassettes I own from Rhino is this album, so I'm sure they were more likely to buy a cassette copy than they were the vinyl. Next up, we have another Rhino Greatest Hits, a little bit earlier on. This is by the Turtles. I don't really like the Turtles too much.
What?
That's because I really haven't heard anything besides Happy Together.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
This is pretty good. I liked how it's green on the back, too. This is a pretty good one. This is from 1982 and looks virtually brand new, if I say so myself. Now, it came with a flyer promoting other Turtles releases by Rhino Records, which I think is really interesting. People forget that Rhino Records also reissued all the Turtles albums in the 80s, not just the Monkees. And the label here is the original blue Rhino label. Look at that.
What did he say about the Monkees? I missed that.
From any angle you look at it. I played Happy Together and it sounded really good on this album. Now this is also stereo mixes. Rhino Records did a really good job of making best ofs back in the 80s. They did one for the box tops, which I own. Actually, I think it's right here. Yeah, it is. Here's the box tops one. It looks
very cool, DJ Legion.
To the back of this album.
I appreciate your being here.
Cover-wise, but they were really good at making best ofs. They also have one for the Searchers, which is pretty good. If you find that one, I think that's from 1985 as well, though. They even had a one for John Sebastian, which is pretty rare, but I really would like to come across that. Now, the last two, this one is by Jan and Dean, and it's a very uncommon Jan and Dean album. I'm a big Jan and Dean fan. I own this album in mono, but I didn't think I'd ever see it in a store, just by itself. And it was very nice.
Sorry, the video is so choppy.
Besides the little thing on the back cover. But the album is Jan and Dean Take Linda Surfing. This is their second album on Liberty Records, behind their
very
first
cool
Golden Hits album, which there's a whole story as to why that's not really considered to be a Golden Hits album, but that's another story for another time. Now, this is not a common Jan and Dean album to come across. It's a very misleading title because there's only 2 surf songs on the whole album.
Oh, wow.
They're covers of Surfin' and Surfin' Safari. This is right before they came out with Surf City, which is their own hit. They did Surfin' Safari and Surfin' on this album. However, they are backed by Brian Wilson and Mike Love of the Beach Boys, uncredited, mind you. Now, the rest of this album has other stuff like covers like Walk Like a Man and Rhythm of the Rain, Mr. Bassman, Walk Right In, The Gypsy Cried, My Foolish Heart, a great original song called When I Learned How to Cry, and of course, the big showcase of the album is Jan and Dean's version of Linda, which got them back into the top 40 in very early 1963. This album was the first Jan and Dean album to chart, actually, if I'm not mistaken. I think it got to somewhere in the 70s. But this is a pretty uncommon one, and it's also in stereo. Now, like I said, there's something a little bit messed up on the back cover there, but I have a mono copy of this already. I didn't think I'd ever see a stereo one, and to be fair, my mono cover is a bit better than this stereo cover, but this stereo record looks 1,000 times better than my mono one. I mean, look at that. 1963, look at that. Now, as a Jan and Dean fan, I actually really do like this album quite a bit. However, it is
we all get that feeling.
Unlike a lot of their later Liberty albums, we had a good chunk of original material on it. Let's see if I can get this back in the sleeve without destroying the white sleeve.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, you're right, cracking vinyl.
And last but not least, we have a pretty good album. You gotta get another one I already had, but I didn't have it with the special item. This was fairly cheap for what they wanted, for what this album has. This is only $8. Now this is a copy of Bookends by Simon and Garfunkel, which is something I already have. It's stereo. It's not mono. I know there's a very rare mono press, if I'm not mistaken, but you know, I took the sleeve out. Has the Columbia sleeve. You know, really nice. And of course, the label is the original label, which I thought was really cool. I'm digging this. I like this. This is pretty neat. But I already had it like this, so you know, this looks really nice too, like a really nice copy. But I was like, well, I already have it. You know, I don't really need another copy of Bookends. You know, there's really no other reason to buy it unless it happens to come with something that this album came with. And it did. It came with the original poster, which barely looks like it's ever been folded, and I'm not going to fold the whole thing out, but this is the original poster that came with the record.
I know, huh?
Pin on your wall.
Clean
most
records.
Copies don't come with it because obviously people pinned it up on their wall. Very rare to come across the album with the poster. I'm very glad to finally own that from the 60s. Great album, by the way. Of course, Bookends. You know, I could do a whole video on the album Bookends, but the fact that this one has the poster, it's just top notch in my opinion. So that's all the records I've gotten in the last couple weeks. I hope to see you guys comment on some of them. What do you have to say about them? I'd like to hear what your thoughts are, and yeah, just let me know what's going on.
Very
all
cool.
Right, see you guys later. Bye.
Awesome. So up next is Rando Mithlo.
Hey, how you doing? It's Rando Mithlo. Man, am I glad to see you guys. Hey, man, do I got some stuff to show you. Rando finally got an 8-track player. Check this out.
Awesome. Matt Hayes. Oh, I won't change tracks.
Alrighty. So, I want to show you the vinyl that I found this time.
I saved the best for
last. It was pretty
last.
scarce, but I did find something good. Okay. So, the first one I got was Miles Davis, and this is Porgy and Bess. Okay. Apparently, it's George Gershwin play or something. I don't know, but this is kind of their version. Is pretty good. 50 cents at a garage sale.
I know. Matt should be here.
From that same garage
He's probably
sale,
busy with Sophie, his little baby.
Young Americans by David Bowie. We do have a little split at the top there. Not good. But man, is it in good condition. Oh, that can be me. Oh, yeah. Yep. Hello.
This guy's a riot.
Never mind. Okay. Now I'm going to show you my 8 tracks that I found this time around. Oh, you didn't think I'd find any more, did you? Well, I got these on trade, actually.
I have a cat down here.
They're awesome. Neil Young, Crazy Horse.
Oh, thanks for joining us, DJ Legion.
Rust never sleeps. Because
I'll check it out.
You know, Rust is never tired. Right? Okay. So, got a great song here called Powderfinger. Like it a lot. There's a lot of other good tunes on here. Awesome. And now I know it plays. Alrighty. I also got this in the trade, and it is Led Zeppelin 4.
That's very cool.
And if you've never seen the 8-track of this before, then there you go. This is obviously a.
Oh, I gotta like this video. Nobody likes this video? That's horrible.
The original was pink, I believe. But
it has 1 like now.
There you go. Look how clean that is. Man, is that. Whoa. It's like 3D. Look at that. Coming right into your eyeballs.
This guy's a riot.
Okay. So, that is my 8-track finds. Okay. Now, cassette finds were awesome.
Yeah.
These are ones I've been finding here and there. Anywhere from $5 to $10. Anyway, this one was about 7. This is The Velvet Underground at Max's Kansas City. A great album. And
I guess it's probably with that.
And the resident band at Max's Kansas City. I saw a documentary on that, actually.
Oh.
That place was quite a show. Okay.
This guy's a riot.
In the same vein, we have these 2 classics I got in the same load for less than $10. It was great. Both Velvet Undergrounds. I got VU. VU is the great Velvet Underground Lost album. Came out in 1984. And this reissue of the Velvet Underground of White Light, White Heat. Great song on here called Sister Ray. Man, is that a classic? That's a random classic. Yes.
I'll have to check that one out.
Okay. And then we found a little Revco Revolting Cox. And this is basically Ministry with funny lyrics. And it's Linger Fickin' Good. And other barnyard oddities. Yes, it's got some killer bass in here. That Sanders guy, he can really play bass. It's some good listening here. Okay. Then we got more good listening, wacko stuff. It's the Butthole Surfers, and this is Psychic, Powerless, and Another Man's Sack, and that could be me. Okay, then we got The Smiths and The Queen is Dead. And I used to listen to this when we would go cruising. And I tell you what, cruising with Morrissey's voice kind of gives the wrong impression.
Yeah, it's good stuff too.
But hey, this was great stuff.
I love the
Johnny
cassettes.
Marr's guitar in here. Perfect. Okay. Now, SST release here. It's the Minutemen.
Mark.
And Ballad Result. An awesome, awesome compilation. It's got some live stuff on it. It's got some studio stuff. It's got some takes.
I love this guy. He's awesome.
It's got all that shit. Good. You should listen to the Minutemen. Alright. Now, here's one I paid actually $10 for this one because It was that good. $10 did include shipping too, so it was more like $7. But it's the Cramps and Stay Sick. It's got the great song on here called Creature from the Black Leather Lagoon. That's a great video. You should watch it. Okay. And there on the front is Poison Ivy. And
yeah, he's funny.
This was a great band.
You can tell he's really enjoying himself
They
too.
are sadly no longer, but if you find anything of theirs on cassette, it's very collectible. All right. So
I bet.
That's Rando doesn't usually spring big cash for cassettes, but hey, some of those definitely worth it.
Oh yeah.
All right, now to show you some of my novels that I found. Okay, you know you can kill him twice, but death has 3 lives.
I love that kind of thing.
Awesome. This is a Shel Scott mystery by Richard S. Prather, and it's got a
and DJ Legion is missing this.
Phillips cover. Look at that. Look at that babe on there, and apparently she killed those 2 dudes. Whoa. And then you got
R.I.P.
Death
Lux.
Has 3 Lives with this awesome Robert McGinnis cover, and this is probably from about 1960.
I love those. I have a bunch of those old pulp novels.
Okay, so then we got The Good One. There's some awesome artwork on it, probably from about 1960. And then we got another Shel Scott mystery, and this is Get Heat. And ooh, look at her. She killed that guy. Yeah, like it's time to take a dip.
I might have that one actually.
Okay. Then we got another Shel Scott here, and this is the Kubla Khan caper.
That sounds familiar.
Is that who I think it is? It looks like Zsa Zsa Gabor. I don't know. Okay. And then we got the big fella. Yeah, check him out. He looks like he's kind of got an Elvis Presley do going there, and he's really trying to impress this babe because, you know, he is the big fella. Ooh. All right, then. Then we have one more, and this is Infinity Science Fiction magazine.
Cool.
And
ooh,
this woman is terrified. Why is this woman terrified? Well, if you look at her boyfriend, her presumed boyfriend, he's carrying around his decapitated head, and he's got a little baby head growing there. Scary as hell. Well, look on the back. It's got an advertisement for The Naked Sun, and apparently naked babes really frighten space cadets. It's 1950s for you, right? Okay. So
they really are hilarious.
And wow, found some great stuff. So, hey, next time you want to check out some good stuff, you just stay tuned because I'm going to bring you the finest stuff that you can't find anymore. Stuff's really good. If it smells like mothballs, I'm all over it. If your grandma read it, I'm all over it.
Oh.
Okay. Catch you next time. Right here.
Oh, man. That is hilarious. Anyway, there you go. I think we had a good mix of people. The first one was Rock Unboxing. The second one was My Friend Morrissey, all one word. Then we have Tone in Grooves, L7 Casanova, Rando Mithlo, and yeah, very, very cool. Well, I think this was a success. I think I got these guys some subscriptions, and there will definitely be a second episode of Vinyl Community Newbies. I do apologize with the streaming, the setup I have. I know it can be choppy at times. I apologize for that. Unfortunately, there's no way around that. At some point, hopefully, I'll be able to upgrade my computer and should be smoother. But for now, you know, that's how it is. Yeah, you like how he talks about himself in the third person? Oh, thank you, Kraken Vinyl. This was an idea I had been sitting on a little bit. Originally, it wasn't going to be live, but I figured it'd be more fun to watch it live, you know, and do it live and have people join in and kind of watch these videos together. So, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, we'll definitely have to do this again. So, oh, and someone else just joined. So I don't know. Maybe we'll stay a little bit longer and chat. Yeah, definitely. If you guys know any channel, you know, if you discover any channels, you know, feel free to let me know, and maybe I can you know, include them in a future episode of Vinyl Community Newbies. Again, they're channels that have 100 or less subscribers, so they're not necessarily newbies, but you know, they're definitely people that we need to support and get more subscribers and views and thumbs up. So I hope you're around for the next one too, Kraken Vinyl. Yeah, this was very cool. I was very pleased with how it went, especially after, I don't know if, I don't know who all was here. I know Mark was here for the last live video. It was a VCLT video. I got some great stuff from Billy Hurst, and he was in earlier, but he's actually photographing a baseball game right now, the St. Louis Cardinals. So that's his day job. But in the last live video, someone came in and decided to just dump a load of VC drama that I don't. Yeah. I don't need that on my channel, and yeah, so but that guy has been banned, so yeah. Let's see, you have more than 3,000. That's awesome. One day you'll have to tell me your secret, Mark. 300 subscribers, that's awesome. Let's see here. Ben Brinton. Well, let's just see here. Let me set this aside. I have my little Chromebook for watching comments. Ben Brinton, huh? Ben Brinton. I have no idea what's going to come up. Okay, this must be the guy. It says, my name is Ben, and I'm a huge fan of music. My music tastes contain different genres. I enjoy bands like, okay, Gorillaz, Green Day. All right, well, yeah, 80 subscribers. Let's check him out. Why not, right? He has his little.
My name is Ben Brennan, and today I'm going to be doing a video about my album collection, which is pretty much going to be very short because I only have about 8, 9 albums, something like that. Yeah, I'm trying to block sunlight, but anyways, yeah, I thought I might as well just do this because now I want to try and do like music, because I'm going to be doing a lot of music related content on my YouTube channel. But anyways, enough rambling.
Alright, so I need to subscribe to this guy.
Any alphabetical order, anyways. So first off, we got Green Day's Dookie, my favorite, which I'm gonna be honest is probably my favorite album of all time. This is partly because it's just such a fun album, really. quite funny and all that stuff, but like, you know, songs like Longview being quite funny. There's also songs like Basket Case, When I Come Around, that pretty much defined the 90s in general.
I like this kid. Too bad the video's so dark.
Next up we have Park Life from Blur.
Oh.
Another classic album from the 90s.
I love that.
I particularly like this one because it does go on a bit of a experimental term, where like the songs do change a bit of styles every once in a while, as you can tell from like the two main singles like Girls and Boys and Park Life.
Really, Mark? That's
really
crazy.
Have, like,
wow.
Styles, but are still made by the same band, obviously. Next we have Demon Days from Gorillaz. One of my second favorite bands of all time. My first being Green Day.
I like this kid.
And it's probably my favorite album. But I can't really decide out of this one or the self-titled album, which I'll show you in a minute.
Thanks for pointing this one out, Kraken Vinyl.
We have the Greatest Hits album from Nirvana. Another really,
he has great taste in music.
Collection album of pretty much the best singles they've made. You know, all the classics like Heart Shaped Box, In Bloom, Lithium, Come As You Are, and of course Smells Like Teen Spirit. It's a must-have for Nirvana fans, but of course the albums you need to have, which I unfortunately don't have, but yeah. Next off we have a bit of an odd one, Linkin Park's Reanimation. I don't have Hybrid Theory, mainly because I don't necessarily think that it's a great album overall, but as for Reanimation, I think it's probably the best work that Linkin Park's done, because they managed to make, I like how it made me introduce, it made me like think of the rap type of music in a different way, and it's kind of got me into liking more stuff.
Oh, he only records in his bedroom.
We only got like 3 albums left.
And, he definitely needs encouragement.
The singles collection from Gorillaz, which pretty much is another Greatest Hits album.
I'll let him know that he's in this video, so hopefully that'll help him out.
Kids with Guns, Dare, my favourite song by them, Rock the House, Feel Good Inc., and Clint Eastwood. So yeah, right, another album you could buy, but yeah, the studio albums are pretty much the ones you need to own. Speaking of Gorillaz, the
good job, Mark.
Debut album, probably my favourite one, because I don't know why, but I just really do love this album. The music videos as well are amazing. I mean, this is the one that pretty much like popularized it with Clint Eastwood and Rock the House, but of course there's other ones like 2000, and some underrated songs as well, like Man Research, Soundcheck, 5 out of 4 as well. And of course you've got the remixes of Clint Eastwood, which I'm not really too keen on, but on the other hand we got 2000, the remix, which I think is probably better than the original song. And the final album for today is 13 by Blur. Just see if you can see that.
No.
Yeah, you of course know the single, Coughing TV, but like there's also other songs on here which are really good, like Trailer Park and Mellow Song. And this is definitely different from Park Life, that's for sure. But hey, still a fantastic album. So I guess I thought might as well make a wish list of albums that I want to have. Pretty much I want to get all the Green Day albums done, because it's my favorite band of all time. And I found quite a lot of them, like the shops around where I live, and other albums as well. What's the Story, More and Glory by
Oasis, yeah.
What else is there? Danger Days, The True Lives of Fabulous Killjoys by My Chemical Romance. No, I'm not an emo, but I still like the band. More the electronic side of the band, but still pretty good stuff overall. The self-titled Foo Fighters.
His friend is getting into
like
the Cult.
Good.
Awesome.
My favorite Nirvana album, In Utero. What else? The Great Escape from Blur, because that's probably my favorite
Greedy
one.
Gerbils.
Park Life, of course.
I love that.
And Plastic Beach by Gorillaz. Another great album. Oh yeah, Radiohead albums as well.
Radiohead.
The main ones I want to have are The Bends, OK Computer, maybe Pablo Honey, Amnesiac, Kid A, In Rainbows, and the new one, a Moonshade Pool. So, yeah, that's my video done. It was just a quick short video, just to show you what albums I have and all that stuff. But anyways, I'll see you whenever I get a video done. Bye bye.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, definitely subscribe to him. Don't click the unsubscribe button. Ben Brinton. Very cool. Anyway, all right, we're down to 3 people. Oh, they go to record fairs together? That's cool. Thanks again for that, Kraken Vinyl. Ended up having 6 newbies in the first episode here of Vinyl Community Newbies. Yeah, very cool. All right, so I'm going to call it quits here. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I really appreciate it. This is a lot of fun. It makes up for my last live video. Again, sorry for the choppiness. You know, hopefully that will be resolved one day. All right, well, thank you so much. And Oh, you're back, Tom. I'm just about to end. Oh. Oh, you're back. Well, thank you for joining, Mark. Yes, yes. It's always a pleasure, and I love that you were drinking my beverage of choice in your most recent video. Yeah, Tom, I'm headed out now. We showed one more guy. You might want to check him out, Ben Brinton. So you can see his name there, hopefully. He's definitely worth checking out. He shows I think looks like he might show vinyl also, but in this particular video he was showing CDs. So yeah. Sorry about that, Tom. All right. Well, anyway, speaking of yummy, I'm like starving. I haven't even had breakfast yet, and it's after 12 o'clock now. So, all right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the support you guys give to these newbies, and let's encourage them and you know, keep them going. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.